Hi, it's Shardashian here with another video. Okay, let's talk. Okay, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you to my channel with open arms. Please subscribe, like, and share. My channel is about pop culture news, political news, trying to get like the dirt, the tea. It's about AI news. It's about where do we come from news. Any topics, really. Nothing's off limits. Okay, so we're going to talk about Natalie Harp, 34-year-old human printer is what she's called. Rumor has it, allegedly, her and Donald Trump and people all around the White House, Washington area, think they're having an intimate affair. Is this why Melania is nowhere to be found? Has she given up on the marriage? Has he given up on the marriage? Is it true? Is it just publicity? Is it just because she's looking for she's 34 years old. She's a very beautiful young lady. Why power? Does she really like him? They call her the human printer because she prints out everything for the president. She also does his postings. So when you see his postings, she's doing them. I'm sure he's approving them. And when he talks about like people who are going to abandon him and all that stuff, he always says he'll always have Natalie. It's Natalie and somebody else, he says. He always says he has. So supposedly it's now intimate, and a lot of people do believe it is. And she gives him little love notes, and ew, I don't want to know about anybody like that. No, I really don't. But why? Political gain? Really? Or does she really just is honored to be serving him in multiple ways? And that would explain why you're not seeing Melania anywhere. I'm not saying it's true. It might not be true. It might just be rumored because she follows him around and she likes her job. She probably gets paid a good amount of money. But why? Money. That's all. Money or power. Political power. She thinks she's getting political power. Well, if she thinks she's getting political power, she's got to look at his ratings. People are very unhappy. People are extremely unhappy about Iran, extremely unhappy about the economy, extremely unhappy about gas prices, extremely unhappy about food, extremely unhappy about him giving money to other foreign nations before even thinking about American people who are suffering. Last month we lost 24,000 jobs. And he even came out and said, I don't care about the midterms. I don't think he does. Lame duck is what he is. And in other Trump news, he had to actually get into, avoid being unalived by supposedly Iranians. He had to go into a catering truck or a catering plane, and he had to go through Turkey, and that's scary stuff. I don't wish that on anybody, and I don't wish that on anybody at all. Our Secret Service is really good, and I think that they'll keep him safe. They have keeping him safe many, many times. And I hope that they keep both Barron and Melania safe as well. And Natalie. What's Natalie's story, though? What's going on? Does anybody really know about Natalie? She's very pretty. She's 34 years old. I guess she's his assistant, kind of? Not sure. Not sure what her story is. Not sure. But could be why Melania is nowhere to be found. And people in the circles in Washington actually believe it's become an affair. And you know what? They're all dirty. All politicians are dirty. I'll put anything past them. And if I was her, I would. She's not gonna divorce him. Because she's divorced him, well, she's got probably a heck of a prenup. That's a very transactional marriage, let's face it. I don't know if it was at first, though, because they did seem kind of happy, I guess, because he wasn't even married then. I mean, he wasn't even married then. He wasn't even, what am I trying to say? He wasn't even president yet. So, you know, and she's, and then people are, I don't agree with people saying, what's wrong with her parenting, bad parenting, not telling Barron not to be friends with the Tate brothers. How old is he? And have any of you ever watched Millionaire Nannies? Kids in extremely wealthy families rule the roost. They rule. They rule. Let's face it. And I'm not saying Barron did. I think that she really, you know, before anybody judges, you don't know the whole story. You don't know what you lived through. And let's face it, Barron is going as far away from the Tate brothers as possible. He is way far away. He is not saying anything. They are, and they're, speaking of the Tate brothers, that lawyer is getting even crazier. Crazier and crazier and crazier. He's trying to, he's trying to make waves so they get help. But you know what? That's not the way you do it with Trump. I mean, that's not the way you do it with Trump. I'm surprised Trump didn't do Diddy yet. Didn't let Diddy go free. I really am. I think it's because he said something bad. If you are not loyal to Trump, but let's look at Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen and Trump made up. You know, Michael Cohen he testified and everything and went to jail. And because of some payout of Stormy, whatever. And he was on Midas Touch. He was totally against Trump for years. Finally, there's a meeting at the White House. I don't know who called that. And then all of a sudden they made up, and he now has a radio show that's reportedly, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, he got because of Trump. See, a lot of people stay connected to Trump because if you're loyal to Trump, he does seem to forgive people too. Marjorie Greene, I don't think he'd forgive. And what he said about Marjorie, he actually said that her son deserved. I don't know if this is true. I don't know. I'm not going to even say it. Somebody said that he said things about her sons and they deserve what they get. And they were being threatened, you know, which isn't true. And then reportedly said things that nasty about Biden. Listen, when somebody's really sick like that, it's just not nice to say anything mean. And it's not nice to say anything about anybody's kids. Trump, that's all I have to do. Shake my head. Shake my head. He's a dirty dog. Dirty, dirty, dirty dog. Most corrupt family we've ever seen in the White House. Nothing has ever been like as he says, we've never seen anything like this before. Everybody says they've never seen anything like this before. We've never seen such corruption. We've never seen somebody, you know, be in presidency not that long and make over billions, $2 billion. And, you know, and then his children are able to get contracts with the government. His children, his first administration, actually were in it. And what about Jared and his what? And the daughter, what's her name? Ivana? No, Ivanka was his ex-wife. What about them? Jared actually, they have him he works for, allegedly, with the Saudis. And he was trying to do the negotiations. Him and somebody else are doing the negotiations with Iran. Oh, they've been real successful, haven't they? Look at Iran. Iran's changing. The leader of Iran's actually changing up his military a little bit. And you know what? They didn't even run the Strait of Hormuz or whatever it's called. They didn't even run that until this happened. Now, why do they have this say in it? I think the rest of the world needs to go against that, really, in regards to that strait. I mean, I know I don't agree with them on that at all. I mean, I don't agree with that. They're dirty too. And they don't care about their people. And they just killed people, and they're poor people. That's what I feel sorry for. The people, the children. We can just pray for them. So again, this is Shardashian. Like, share, comment, and I'll see you on the next video.